I'm going to make some meatball stuffed shells today. So I'm going to use my copper chef pans and I'm going to do them on the stove top. Make it nice and easy. I'm going to boil some shells first, and then I'm going to make a mixture for stuffing that is ricotta cheese, Parmesan Romano cheese, and some mozzarella. I'm going to mix that together. We're going to line the shells with that, and then we're going to put some meatballs right into that stuffing. And I'm going to use some frozen Swedish style meatballs. They're kind of small. So then we're going to cook them on the stove top in some sauce. I'm going to get the shells boiled and then I'll be back. Alright, I want to show you the Swedish meatballs that I'm using here. This is a bag of 52. They're half-ounce bite-sized meatballs. These are made to mix in with pasta or whatever, but they're the smaller size. They're not real big, so that's why I chose these, because 2 of them will fit into a shell. So I took out 24 meatballs out of this bag, about half the bag. They're already fully cooked, but we'll let them thaw out because then they'll warm up faster inside the shell. Okay, the water's boiling for the shells. In the meantime, I'm going to make the stuffing for the shells. This will go underneath the meatballs. I have a 15-ounce container of part skim ricotta cheese. I'm going to use that whole container. All right, I'm going to add some already chopped garlic. This is about 2 tablespoons. Then I have some Parmesan Romano cheese. We're going to add a generous amount of that, about 1/4 cup. I'm going to take a little mozzarella. We're going to use mozzarella to top it off, but I'm also going to make a part of the mixture here. I'm going to add a couple shakes of oregano leaves here. Okay. And then I'm also going to add some fresh crushed pepper. Now if you are a person that likes to add salt to your food, you could add salt right here. But I'm going to skip that. Alright, I'm just going to mix this up and get ready for the shells to be cooked. Then I'll be back and we'll show you how to stuff the shells. The noodles have been boiled, and I put some cold water in here to keep them nice and moist while we make the shells. I'm going to use another copper chef pan and some Wegmans Parmesan Romano sauce. Now I'm going to start by pouring a little of the sauce in the pan first. Now I wouldn't get away with this recipe as a stovetop on every single pan that we have in the house, but since these don't stick, they're great to use for this. I cook these al dente, so they won't fall apart when we're trying to stuff them. Alright, first thing I'm going to do...
Does that mean you cook them outside?
Huh? I don't think
what does it mean when you eat outside?
Huh? Al fresco?
Yeah. I cook these al fresco.
I don't know these other languages too much. Now, I put a healthy amount of cheese in there, and I'm going to put 2 meatballs. And they look a little small for that, and I don't mind if a little of the cheese comes out into the sauce that's in the bottom of the pan. How's that look? Let's try a couple of them. We're actually going to do 12. So, a scoop of the cheese mixture, and it easily stuffs down when you stick 2 meatballs in there. Close it up and set it in the pan. Alright. We'll do that to each of these 12 shells, and then I'll show you how they look in the pan. Okay, now can you see in the pan how they look? I made 12 shells stuffed with cheese and also meatballs. This solves my problem. Every time I make stuffed shells, I think, oh, should I make meatballs too? Well, now we have them. I have a little bit of cheese left. I'm just going to top off some of these before I put the rest of the ingredients on. Just a little extra. If we make it through all of them, we won't. Okay, that just uses up the rest of the cheese. Then I'm going to sprinkle on some of the Parmesan Romano. A little topping. I'm going to take the sauce, and I'm just going to spread this across the top. And I want to have enough sauce because I'm going to let this sit on the stove top and simmer. But I want to make sure that each one has sauce on top. There we go. Use it up. Whole jar. And then I'm going to spread some mozzarella on, but I'm going to let this simmer first. So put the lid on the copper chef pan. And we're going to turn this on low. Medium to low. And we're just going to let it simmer and bubble and cook for about a half an hour. And that way the meatballs will get nice and warm and the cheese will be nice and gooey. So we'll be back to look at it in about a half hour. Alright, we're going to check on this because I see it's bubbling away here. Look at this. Does that look delicious? See, there's no need to heat up the oven when you have a pan like this that you can trust to not burn and to be non-stick. So I'm going to take some of the mozzarella and we're just going to sprinkle this on, and it's melting as I sprinkle. Alright, now I'm going to turn the heat off and put the lid on and just let that melt. Alright, I think the cheese is melted by now. Look, it's still bubbling even though the heat's off. It's still holding some of the heat in there. Okay, I'm going to scoop out a couple of shells. We'll take a look. We'll try to get another one here. Alright. Get one more out of here. Boy, I got a lot of cheese on here. Alright, let's let these cool off a little bit and I'll cut them open for you. Alright, let's cut one of these open. See how nice the meatballs are inside and plenty of cheese. A little on the messy side. I think if we let them sit longer than the way I took them out of the pan, it would be better. But this is a nice serving of 3 stuffed shells with the meatballs included. And lots of ricotta cheese alongside. Can't help but tasting these right now. That's good. So, okay, if you like this recipe, try it at home. It's an easy one. It's really delicious. There's a clown taking a movie of me, I think. But I'm a clown too, so that's okay. Anyway, try the recipe. Hope you like it.